news with Zillow, that everything that's happening with Zillow. And I think Google is on the rise big time for real estate agents. And I was doing some research last night to back up this material I'll cover today. And it's good to see that people have their Google business pages. And it's good to see that people don't have it, are here on this training today, because some of the top producers in the industry now have Google pages that have 200 or 400 five-star reviews. And I remember a day when people were looking at Zillow saying, I need to get my reviews on Zillow. I need to have a couple hundred reviews on Zillow. And top producers on Zillow have 200, 400 Zillow reviews. That is shifting. Like, what's more important than Zillow reviews? Google reviews. Why? Because Google is the first thing that people look up. Even when they're trying to find Zillow, they go to Google sometimes first. So if I was to Google any agent's name on this call, the first thing I'm going to see is your Google business page if you have one. And I'm going to bring it back to the old school. Like, do you remember the yellow pages? And you wanted to be in the yellow pages as a realtor, and you wanted to have like AAA Realty so that you're at the top of the list. Now we don't have the yellow pages. Now we have Google. You want to be on the top of Google if I Google your name. And you want to have five-star reviews so that I feel good about the referral I just got from somebody to do business with you, right? Do you ever Google a restaurant and you see like bad reviews? Or did you ever Google a restaurant and see 0 reviews? Are you going to go to that restaurant? Are you really going to take a chance on your stomach? So, I mean, I'm not going to take a chance with a realtor if I don't see 5-star reviews. And that's the biggest point I'll put across today is like, you really need to start thinking about your Google reputation. Your Google reputation, especially in times like this, is becoming more and more important. Now, warning, right now, in some areas, Google is not accepting reviews temporarily. And this is because of COVID. And why are they doing this? They're doing this because a lot of restaurants that are closed are getting really bad reviews for not posting their hours of operation on their Google business page. So Google kind of temporarily shut down reviews. Doesn't mean you should stop getting a Google business page, doesn't mean you should stop going after reviews, but you just want to be careful that if you request a review from somebody and it doesn't get posted due to COVID, it's a temporary thing. It happened back in March. It was like 2-3 weeks and then they fixed it. But let me jump into the presentation materials with all of you. Give me 1 second to bring them up. And feel free to comment what market you're with, if you haven't already, what brokerage you're with, and if you have a Google business page already. So let me do this over here. All right, here we go. Keep an eye on the chat. All right, so we got Mara from Kravitz Realtors. We got Gijo from William Ravis, no Google page. Kravitz Realtors is on Google, awesome. Julia B from Bronxville. We got some Compass people, Keller Williams people. Awesome, thanks so much for joining. Let's get started. I'm offering a free Google Business step-by-step guidebook. It was written by our team at the end of the presentation, or just write down this email, hello@realgrader.com. At any point in the presentation, you want to email us a question, send it to hello@realgrader.com. If at the end of the presentation, you want the guidebook, email us at hello@realgrader.com. And let me jump into this content. It's going to be really awesome. Here's what we do. At RealGrader, we are specifically for real estate professionals. Why are we called RealGrader? Because we grade realtors on how they're doing online. We built a software to kind of give you a score, like Credit Karma would give you a credit score. We grade realtors to tell you, hey, how are you doing on Google? How are you doing on Instagram? How are you doing on LinkedIn? And we provide that for free. So I'll talk about that in a second as well. Just to give you some background, I've been in real estate. My family's been in real estate. This is my mom. She's a retired realtor. She raised me and my brother in Long Island, New York. And she raised us, paid heavy Long Island taxes and mortgage by doing real estate. So it was 1999. My mom was paying the bills and I came home from college, and that's when the internet hit. And my mom was really struggling because she didn't know computers. She didn't really know the internet. And I came home and started helping her put listings into the MLS, started helping her with her marketing flyers. And she landed a really big deal that paid the mortgage for a year and a half. And I got to see, wow, like with a little bit of technology, real estate can go a long way. And started helping my mom, started helping her friends. And then I said, wow, I should get my real estate license, which I did at the Adria Center in Queens, New York. And then I decided, well, I don't want to be a realtor necessarily. I really want to help people with technology. So we built a website and marketing company out of my mom's garage. And we worked with major brokerages back in the early 2000s. And we've been in the real estate industry ever since, evolving, learning, providing social media tools and technology to realtors. So I've been around this for a while. And during the times of COVID, we shifted our business. I used to go to do a lot of presentations at, I presented at HGAR. We were sponsors there. I presented at the MLS Tech Fair at Inman. And during COVID, I couldn't visit any more offices. So we launched realgraderuniversity.com, and that's free for everybody. So if you want to watch any of our classes, they're for free at realgraderuniversity.com. And I got Monique says, wow, we literally have the same story, respect. So I guess Monique, you helped your mom or your dad in real estate. Mara says also very relatable. Awesome, thank you. So yeah, we launched this in March and I started doing webinars every single day. It was crazy. It was the first thing that I ever committed to online in such a big way. And every day at 2 p.m. we did a webinar on a different subject. And we wrote all of these great guidebooks, and all of these guidebooks are available for free on realgraderuniversity.com. You just go to the download section and you can download any one of these books. Google Business, Facebook Business, Instagram. It'll literally tell you how to grow your accounts specifically for the real estate industry. I mean, we should be charging for these, but we just give them away for free because I just want you to take action. I think right now with everything that's going on, it's an opportunity for us to learn and grow and expand our businesses. And that way, when you're coming out of COVID, you're kind of hitting the ground running. So this is the Google Business Guide I'll give away at the end. We've trained over 25,000 agents. We've Googled over 15,000 agents. And at this point, we've actually optimized 3,500 agents. This number is outdated. We were featured in The Real Deal most recently because of everything that we were doing. And 700 agents we helped during COVID-19. So these are just some of our numbers, but this is how I was doing business in 2019, right? Like Mary just joked about the bagel thing, which I'll bring in a second. This is me at a real estate office in Merrick, Long Island. I would take a JetBlue from Miami Beach to Long Island, back to my hometown. I'd jump in my Uber app, take an Uber, go to the real estate office. I'd go on Uber Eats, order bagels for everybody. And then I'd book Hotel Tonight at the end of my presentation to find the most convenient hotel and lowest price possible. And like, that was my life, like rinse and repeat every single day, different office, different set of bagels, different platter, different cream cheese, right? So here we are. I spent a lot of money on bagels and cream cheese. And unfortunately, a lot of bagels went in the garbage too. So I didn't really love that, but you know, I wanted to feed people and I wanted them to, you know, have a good time at our presentations. But now this is my new life. My new life is this, like what Mary organized. I'm on Zoom calls every single day. Who else is on Zoom calls at least once a day, right? So this is the new way of doing business. And I want to bring in some other new ways of doing business. So in 2019, realtors handed out a lot of business cards, right? I mean, how many of you used to hand out a lot of business cards in 2019? Right now, we're not handing out as many cards because we're not face-to-face with as many people. 88% of business cards that get handed out actually get thrown away in less than a week. Isn't that crazy? So, I mean, we're handing out all these cards and they're really ended up in the garbage. And I think we know this, like in the back of our mind. So it's like, okay, well, what else can I do? And back in 2019, Zillow was a major deal, right? Like it was like one of the biggest things. And a lot of people were putting their eggs in the Zillow basket alone. I'm inviting you today to explore that you don't want to just have your reviews on Zillow. You actually want to diversify your reviews on all your different platforms. And Google is one of the most important places to do it. Facebook is another great place to do it. LinkedIn is another great place to do it. Realtor.com You can do reviews and you can do recommendations. Now, what's nice about, what's not so nice about Zillow reviews is they're usually transaction based. So you're limited. What's nice about Google is it doesn't just have to be a transaction. It could be your mortgage broker. It could be your broker at your office. It could be another agent. It could be a client. It could be a friend. So you can get 25 Google reviews in 30 days. I've had multiple agents, clients get 25 Google reviews in 30 days. And I would set that as a target. Like start with 5, but shoot for 25. Because if you had 25 5-star reviews on Google and somebody referred to you business and they Googled you and they saw 25 5-star reviews, I would be sold. I wouldn't have to think twice. I wouldn't have to do a lot of research because I would feel good that I got referred to a professional agent with 5-star reviews. So Google reviews are going to be a big thing in 2020, and they already are, and I'm just predicting the future here. Now, Google is not just a search engine, and it's not just a place to get reviews. So I got a question here, Karen Hios. If you ask clients to give you a review for your promotional materials and ask for Zillow, then you have to ask separately for Google and other social, or can you cross-post? Great question, most popular question. So unfortunately, every profile has a different way to get reviews. But here's a couple tricks, meaning that you have to request it on Zillow, and then you'd separately have to request it on Google. I'm gonna offer that as long as there's no restriction on COVID in your area, Google is gonna be the best place to get reviews first. And any review from any platform can be copied and pasted into Realtor.com recommendation section. Okay, so Realtor.com has 2 places, reviews, which are done by customers, and then recommendations, which can be copy and pasted from anywhere. Now, there are a couple syndication platforms, like Real Satisfied is one, and then Rate My Agent is another, and they do some syndication. Syndication means you put it in one place and it goes in a couple different places. But there is no platform yet that will syndicate everywhere, unfortunately. So you got to pick carefully. Speak your customer's language. If they have a Gmail account, ask for a Google review. If they found you on Facebook, ask for a Facebook review. If they contacted you on Realtor.com, ask for a Realtor.com review. Make sense? So let's talk about Google a little more. I bet you didn't know that actually Google has all of these amazing tools. And all of these amazing tools are usually free on Google. So we're not just talking about Google business pages. Look at all of these things that's available on Google. There's Google Podcast, there's Google PhotoScan, Google Task, Google Groups, Google Docs. You can do spreadsheets on Google. The list goes on and on. But that's just the easy stuff, right? What about for your business as a realtor? So Google has a whole business section. So you have Google Analytics, which should be running on anybody's website, okay? You have Google Ads, which you could run ads. And when you set up your Google business page, you get a $100 credit to run ads for free. You have Google Trends, which will tell you the best trends and the best hashtags to use. You have Google Surveys. If you want to create a form for prospective buyers or sellers, you can create a form using Google Surveys. You can survey your clients to find out what they liked about you. The list goes on, and all of this is available right here. Let me put the link, about.google/products. Okay, this is where you can find all of the Google products. There is a lot. Now, if you have a Gmail account, how many people have a Gmail account? Comment in the chat. If you have a Gmail account, you might know this or you might not, but in the top right-hand corner, there is 9 little dots. If you click on that, that's where you're going to access all of these free tools from Google. It's like hidden, right? They put it up here like a cute little thing with 9 dots and you're supposed to know what's there. If you click on that, it expands and it shows you this: Gmail, Drive, Doc, Sheets, Slides, Calendar, Chat, Meet, Sites, Contacts, My Business. This is where the Google business is, okay? So this is where you can access your Google business if you have one page or multiple pages. Besides that, you can scroll down further and you've got YouTube. Not a lot of people know this, but Google owns YouTube. So very important that you consider getting a YouTube channel, right? Even the organization HGAR has a YouTube channel where they post their videos. You want to put your property videos and post your videos on your YouTube channel. Why? Because they'll show up on a Google search. And that's going to make you stand out compared to other realtors. Just by having 2 or 3 videos on your YouTube channel, you will stand out compared to other realtors. Yep, Women's Council of Realtors Westchester has a YouTube account. Exactly. Every realtor should have a YouTube account. I know it's like, well, when am I going to do videos? Do I really want to do videos? Do I want to be on film? I get all that. But even if you just did an outward video where you were shooting the landscape of a Westchester town and talked about that town, you could show up on a search for Westchester, right? And that would be huge. And if your name was next to it, that video would show up when I Google your name. And that's going to add to your search engine optimization. So lots of tools in Google. Here's another one, thinkwithgoogle.com. Nobody even knows about these sites. It's crazy because they don't really market them, but they're pretty awesome. Thinkwithgoogle.com is a place where you can learn all about market trends. And who would know more about market trends than Google, right? I mean, they know everything. We got a question from Richard. I'll try to answer questions along the way as well. How do you feel about HomeSnap in relation to them managing Google business pages? So HomeSnap is kind of like a competitor to us. They provide Google business pages. What we do is we provide more than just Google. We do all 8, meaning we do Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, homes.com, realtor.com, and Zillow. We actually optimize all 8. So HomeSnap is great if you just want that one, but if you want like the whole package and have everything looking the same, that's where we can help you. And I'll talk about that at the end. Think with Google is a really great tool. In Think with Google, you can actually get an individualized marketing plan from Google for free. Why not? Here's another great tool, smallbusiness.withgoogle.com. This is literally for you all, right? As business owners, Google is offering you all of these great resources. So here you go, Google marketing for small businesses. It's free. And you could just Google marketing for small businesses and you'll find this. Yes, you do need a Gmail account to get a review on a Google business page. And I have a team Google business page. Should I have an individual page as well? Yes, very important. So companies generally have Google business pages. Teams need to have Google business pages and individuals need to have Google business pages. Why? Because if I Google your team name, then I will find your team. But most people don't know your team name. I only know you as an individual. So I'm going to Google your individual name. So you need to be optimized on an individual level. If you have a team, you need to be optimized on a team level. And usually if you're at a brokerage, they're taking care of optimizing themselves at a brokerage level. So when we work with teams, we optimize both, okay? I think I'm answering all the questions there. I'll keep moving along. Here is another great tool, marketingkit.withgoogle.com. You could just Google marketing kit with Google and you'll find it. This tool I love and nobody knows about it because if they knew about it, I'd see a lot more of it. It actually creates social media posts for free for you. So once you start getting reviews on Google, check out what it does. It creates stickers, posters, social media posts, and more from your Google business profile. So first you have to create your Google business profile, but once you have it, you get all of these great tools. Monique says that is crazy. What's crazy, Monique? This part or something else? But I think this is awesome. So watch this. You go to this marketingkit.withgoogle.com and you punch in your company name and then it finds my reviews on Google. Look, working for RealGrader has been a breath of fresh air. Brandon was very professional and helpful. Thank you, RealGrader. You guys rock, right? So it finds my reviews on Google and then it creates this post automatically. So it like literally designs the post and it gives you all of these different formats of posts and it promotes the idea that you have reviews on Google. So now not only are you getting reviews on Google, but you're getting social media content out of this for free. and you can literally download the whole folder of posts. So there's no shortage. Like people are always, what should I post? I don't know what to post. Well, you could post your reviews and Google's making them for you for free. How cool is that? Anybody else think this is cool? I think it's freaking amazing. Any suggestions for getting Zillow reviews onto Google reviews? Yeah, there is no way to do that. You could look at ratemyagent.com. They can sometimes help with that, but they charge a fee for that. Jamie says is amazing. Christina says love it. Monique says nice, awesome. Yeah, this is a really great resources. Marketingkit.withgoogle.com. And check it out. Look at all the assets they're giving you. They're even giving you QR codes so that you can get reviews really easily. So here's what I'm going to talk about today. How to build a strong Google presence without wasting hours and hours trying to figure it all out. I'm literally going to walk you through setting up your Google business page and what you want to really consider with your Google business page. This does work for anyone with any level of business in any niche of real estate. So whether you're a brand new agent, if you're a brand new agent, this is actually a really huge opportunity for you. Because if I was to Google a brand new agent, usually what I see is absolutely nothing. Right? Like your profiles aren't set up yet. You don't have Zillow reviews. It's kind of hard to break into the industry, right? But with a Google business page, you can actually break in really well because you could get a bunch of 5-star reviews. And now at least if you got that prospective seller to consider you, they would Google you and see 5-star reviews. Now, if you're a top producer and you've got the sphere of influence already, you should be all over this because you should be getting your 25 Google reviews ASAP. And try to get more. I mean, I'll use Westchester and Long Island, people under one key. I've got a client, Maria Babayev. She's got 37 5-star reviews, I believe. Another client, Lucky to Live Here Realty. They have about 50 Google reviews. So people that are top producers are in the 30 to 50 range now. So you're not that far behind. I had an agent start from day one. She got 25 Google reviews in 30 days. Now she's got 37. Does Google verify reviews? They have a form of verification, but it's not transaction based, okay? Now, yeah, question, if you get a bad review, what should you do? The worst thing you can do with a bad review is leave it unresponded, okay? You want to acknowledge bad reviews and you want to drown them out with good reviews. It's not so bad to get a bad review if you've got 10 good reviews. But if it's the only bad review and you don't respond to it, that's the worst thing you can do. So here's what I generally say is acknowledge the bad review, say thank you for your feedback. Maybe it's a real one, maybe it's a fake one, that can happen. Acknowledge it, try to take it offline, say I'd love to get on a call with you. And I'm gonna be honest, I actually got a bad review, right? So we have 50 plus good reviews and I got one bad review and I got a notification right away. And what I did is I picked up the phone and called the guy. And I said, hey, I just saw that you gave us a bad review. I'd love to hear your feedback because that's how my business grows, is to get your feedback. And he said, well, actually, I was trying to cancel one of your services and I didn't get the credit back on it. So I wanted to give you a bad review. And I said, that's understandable. And can I take care of that for you right now? And he said, that would be great. And I did. And he said, well, now I'm going to give you a 5-star review because you guys care about customer service. So I turned that bad review into a good review. So the worst thing you can do is just leave it there. You ever see a hotel that leaves a bad review unresponded? That doesn't look good. But when they actually respond to all the reviews, that actually works. Is it funny to conspicuous to see consumers 20 to 30 reviews coming up on a profile in 1 month? Not really, because she actually reached out to real clients. Her name was Dawn Smith. You can check out her reviews. And no, so I mean, it's legit. You can't cheat on this too much, all right? Google knows IP addresses. They've been around the block. They know what they're doing. So here's the thing. I want to list or buy with one of you. And I'm going to use the story of my mom. So my mom's retired now, right? But she had this investment property in Miami and she wanted to list it with a realtor. So what did she do? She said, Alex, who should I list with? And I said, all right, you should list with this realtor. And then she asked my brother, hey, Andrew, who should I list with? And he said, you should list with this realtor. And what did my mom and dad do? They Googled both realtors. The one that had better reviews is the one they use. Some people just go with that and that's it. And you won't know that you didn't get the phone call. You just won't know. Now, here's the nice thing with Google. Your phone number is front and center. It's the best thing ever. Your phone number's there, your website's there, your reviews are there. So if I want to list or buy with you, where do I go to check you out? The first place I'm going to go is Google. So my question for all of you on this call is, have you Googled yourself lately to know what you look like online? And a lot of you probably Google your customers. Now the question is, have you Googled yourself lately to see what your customers see when they go online? I know it's like something we forget about, but every once in a while. So Elisa says, yes, I Googled myself. Probably right now, I bet a bunch of people are Googling themselves. And yeah, you want to check that out because you can actually be in control of your online reputation. So here's Caroline Sweezy. If she's a realtor at Elliman, she's one of our clients. She didn't have a Google business page. And within a short amount of time, we set up her Google business page for her. And she got 9 5-star reviews on Google. Notice how big this Google business page is. It takes up 40% of the screen on the right-hand side. So this is a really big deal. And notice where Zillow is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 down for her Caroline Sweezy's name. How do you compare Zillow leads versus Google ads? Well, yeah, that's a big debate. So, I mean, Zillow is great when there's an ROI. So as long as you're tracking your results and you're getting a return on your investment, why not? I'd do it all day long. Same thing with Google. If you're tracking your return on your investment with Google, I would do it all day long. Right now, I'm running Facebook ads and Instagram ads because I think Google ads are not as efficient. So I run Google and I run Facebook and Instagram ads right now. They are very efficient and they're getting more and more expensive, by the way. Now, I remember back in like the early 2000s when I was running Google ads for my mom's friends, it was like 25 cents a click. You know how much it is now for like Port Washington real estate? It's like $2, $2.50 a click. Why? Because Zillow, Realtor.com, and all these companies have outbidded the local agent. So it's getting expensive. I would consider Facebook and Instagram way more. I spend about $30 to get a new client on Facebook or Instagram, which is peanuts, right? But I would spend hundreds and hundreds on Google, and you might spend thousands on Zillow. So 80% of agents have no Google business presence. This is the biggest thing you want to take away from this call is you want to get your Google business page set up.
Caution, red light camera ahead.
Let's see other questions here. If you change brokers and update your business page, do you lose rankings? No, you don't. You just simply can update your Google business page.
Red light camera.
Got somebody on GPS. See if I can mute that.
Caution, red light camera ahead.
A little hard. If you're on GPS, and we're hearing your GPS in case you can mute yourself. So yeah, we have that agents change brokerage all the time. You can easily update that on Google Business. So where do you go to get your Google Business page? Well, I showed you if you have a Gmail account, it's those 9 dots on the right. Otherwise, you can go to google.com/business. And that's how you get to your Google Business Manager. Now, why do you want to do it? I think I've given you enough reasons to consider this. Is anybody not considering getting a Google business page? Let me know on the call. But I mean, this is a huge opportunity for all of you. And this is what happens when you go to the Google Business Manager. It says Manage Now. You click on the button, and then it says Find Your Business. So I put in Olga Zakhanova, one of our clients, and it says create a business with this name, or there might already be a Google business page created for you. You may not have done it. Google might have done it for you. But you want to make sure the information's up to date and it's completely optimized. There's a lot of settings in there that you want to consider. I'm going to go over some of those today with you. What was the link again? It was google.com/business. And you can also just go to Google and Google this stuff, right? Go to Google and Google Marketing Kit, and you'll find the Marketing Kit stuff. Go to Google and put in Google Business Manager or Google My Business, and you'll find that as well. But it's google.com/business. And how do you stand out with your Google business page? The biggest way to stand out is the 5-star reviews. The other ways you can stand out is have a link to your website, right? Very important. I see this missing a lot. If you have a Google business page and you're not linking to your website, you're missing an opportunity for search engine optimization and also for people to find more information about you. It has your address, it has your phone number, it can have a bio. You can even post stuff on your Google business page. Just like you post on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, you can post on Google Business. Not a lot of people know this. You can post your open houses on Google Business. How cool is that? So it's a great way to get exposure for your open houses. Elisa says, I post there all the time. Hillary's asking how to get the reviews from Zillow over to Google. There is no copy and paste. There is no simple solution. You just have to start asking people. And I mean, if you're an agent that already has hundreds of reviews on Zillow, I would say now's the time to start getting hundreds of reviews on Google. Let's keep moving here. You have great metrics. You know why these metrics are important? It actually tells you how many times you got searched on Google, how many times your website got clicked on, how many times your phone number got called. Because imagine they're on a mobile device and they Google you. You ever Google a restaurant? First thing that shows up is the Google business page. Well, if I Google a real estate agent, the first thing that would show up is your Google page. I can click on the phone number. You would know how many phone calls you got. So I challenge all of you, set up your Google business page and let me know at the end of the year how many phone calls you got, right? How many clicks you got, and tell me if it wasn't worth it to get this free Google business page. It actually generates leads and phone calls almost immediately, especially if you're getting searched. The average agent gets searched 200 to 400 times a month. That's the average agent. Just based on conversations you're having, people check you out online. Isn't that crazy? If you have a different ISP, how hard is it to change, even if you've been using the same email? It's not hard to change your Google business page at all. Elisa says it's essential to have a Google business page. I completely agree with you, Elisa. It's so underutilized. This is Dawn Smith's Google business page right here. She's got 33, I think she's up to 37, 33 5-star reviews, right? It even links to your Zillow reviews, by the way. So if you have your reviews on Zillow and not all of them are Google, if they find the connection between your Google business and your Zillow, they'll actually link to your Zillow reviews. That's how smart Google is. And they'll link to your Facebook reviews. What's the easiest way to ask for reviews? I mean, the easiest way is a solution we created, I think. It's called the digital business card. It's called an Instacard. And with that digital card, you can text message anybody and ask for reviews. That's how Dawn Smith got all these reviews. That's how Caroline Sweezy did it. So if you want to try out our digital business card solution, it's getinstacard.com, and we offer it for free for 30 days. We spoke about data, getting all the analytics. Now, how do you set it up? So the first thing they're going to ask you is for the name of your business. Very important here, okay? Your broker will get very upset if you try to be your broker. Do not put the name of your business as, Remax Liberty or Remax Prestige. Put your name, put your title, and then you can say at Remax whatever or at Keller Williams whatever. Very important that you don't, they call it hijacking. You don't hijack your brokerage account, okay? And brokers get very upset about this because they put a lot of work into optimizing their office. Don't come in there and optimize over the office. So we set up Google business pages for thousands of realtors. So if you need help with this, this is a service we offer, but I'm going to show you how to do it and how to do it carefully. So make sure you do your agent name, then your title, then your brokerage name. Then you need to put in the address, right? So the next step they take you to, do you want to add a location? You don't have to add a location, right? I mean, now we're kind of going virtual, but Department of State is like, it's a gray line. Like they really want you to put your address. So if you're going to put an address, it would be the office address. And then you punch in the office address, and they are going to need an address to verify that you are a real business. Okay, Google goes through a heavy verification process here. And with COVID, they take a little bit longer. Joanna says, I love the Instacard. I've been using it to send everyone and start sending it to get reviews. Awesome, Joanna. Thanks for putting that in there. Elisa says, just got the Instacard. It's perfect solution to the paper. Amazing. So I'll drop the link in the chat. If anybody wants their Instacard, we do provide it for free for 30 days. After that, it's only $15 a month and you can cancel anytime. Actually, let me do this for you. And if you want an Instacart and you don't want to go through the online process, just send us an email to hello@realgrader.com. How do you change the photo? So I'm going to show you that in a second. On your Google business page, you can choose what the default photo is. Now, Google's a little annoying with this part, I have to say. Sometimes they take their own Google pictures. They go around with these cars and they take pictures. And if they take a picture of your office, you want to make sure that you upload your own pictures to your Google business page to override that. I saw a couple pictures where they took a picture of the garbage in the back of the real estate office, and that didn't really look so hot. Do you serve locations outside of your location? Yes, this is very important for optimization. Yes, I also serve outside my location. You want your Google business page to get as much exposure as possible. So you want to put in all the service areas that you market to get the most optimization out of your Google business page. Now, I see this mistake a lot, so I'm just going to point it out. On Zillow, on Realtor.com, on Homes.com, on Google, many realtors are not putting in all the areas that they serve. You're actually limiting yourself. You're limiting your exposure. On Realtor.com, you can put in like 20 locations. On Homes.com, you can put in 5 locations. On Google, you can put in a bunch of locations. That will expand your reach. So far, so good? Any questions? I think we're doing good here. So here's where you can start listing your service areas. North Bay Village, Miami Beach, in Westchester, you might put Bronxville, et cetera, et cetera. Put in all the areas that you serve because that will give you the most reach. Then you put in your phone number and the website URL. Here's the biggest mistake I see with a website URL. A, no website URL, no link to your website. B, you're linking to the homepage of your company's website. You shouldn't do that. You should link to your agent page. Okay, I see that mistake a lot. Like people are linking to coldwellbanker.com or to remax.com. Make sure you're linking to your agent page so that you get the leads. By the way, Google offers free websites. So that's another benefit if you just need a basic website. Once you finish, you can manage the listing. And it's that quick, right? The only thing is they go through a verification process. They send you a postcard by mail, or they may text you to verify. We do a lot of verifications, and sometimes this can take 2 to 3 weeks. That's the only drawback right now, and especially with COVID, it takes a little bit longer. Now, once you've set up your Google business page, look at all the tools that you have. You have a Google business page manager, okay? And in here, you can do posts, you can do information, you can do insights, you can send messages, you can monitor your reviews, you can ask for reviews, you can upload photos, you can put in your products and services, you can put in your office hours. It'll tell you how complete your listing is. And you can keep your customers up to date with different posts, especially open houses. Open houses is totally underused on Google Business, and I think it's a huge opportunity for all of you. They will give you a $100 free ad credit just for setting up your Google business page. Why not? Take advantage of it. And you can discover your customers with all of the data that they're giving you about your customers on Google. You can answer questions for your customers through Google. You can showcase your business with pictures of your office, interior, exterior, your team logos, your personal logos, all kinds of stuff that you can add in here. And here's another great link for you, localopportunity.withgoogle.com. This is actually going to tell you how to further optimize your Google business page. They'll give you personalized tips on how to stand out on Google. Notice the trend here, like Google is free and they're giving you all of these great tools. And the thing is, we always look for where we can spend money, but we're not taking advantage of the free stuff, right? Like, I love when people are like, tell me about Google ads. Well, have you taken advantage of everything that's free from Google? Because maybe we should do that first, right? Tell me about Zillow ads. Well, what about the Zillow profile? Here's a big mistake, rookie mistake I see. Actually, I've seen it with top producers too. People are buying Zillow Premier and spending money on advertising, and then I go check out your Zillow profile, and you don't even have your bio. You don't even have a link to your website. Your profile is like blank. That's scary because you're actually spending money and you're wasting the money. All right, repeat the URL. So that was localopportunity.withgoogle.com. So let's keep moving here. This is another one that I really love on Think with Google. If you have a website and you want to know if it's performing well, you can test your website with Think with Google. You punch in your domain and they actually test your website for you and tell you what needs to get fixed, speed-wise, etc. Would you suggest that we as realtors should manage Google Ads ourselves? Absolutely not. Like, unless, like if you're a realtor, why would you want to manage your own Google Ads? You are in the business of real estate. You're not necessarily in the business of Google Ads. If you want a new career as a Google Ads expert, you can get certified and you can start doing that. But this is the biggest thing I've learned in business is I cannot do everything myself. I must delegate to grow. So if you're thinking about Google, managing your own Google Ads, why? It's not going to be that effective. Is it the same with Facebook? Absolutely. I own a social media agency and I hired a Facebook ads expert to run my Facebook ads. And I probably saved a year of figuring it out by just hiring the guy. And if the older I get, I'm 43 now, I wish I could listen in the past to myself now. I would have delegated far more than this. Yeah, best advice, delegate. All right, so now let me ask you a question. How is your digital presence? If you were going to score yourself on a 1 through 100, how would you rate yourself? Would you give yourself a 50, 100? Are you like, Google me, I rock? You've got a Google business page, you've got 5-star reviews? Feel free to comment in the chat. What score would you give yourself? Because I'm actually going to give you all an opportunity to get your own score for free. So Monique says a 1, Louise says 0, Vaughn 0, Elisa scored an 87, way to go Elisa. Sharon 60, Joanna 74, Jamie 25, Donna 0, 10. So see, the scores are all over the place. I want you all to have the confidence to go out and say, Google me, I rock. You want to walk into a listing presentation and say, go ahead and Google me, or they already Googled you and everything checks out. The last thing you want to do is give a beautiful listing presentation and then walk out of their house going, wow, I hope they don't Google me. Like, that's crazy. You actually have an opportunity to make yourself stand out on Google more than ever. And if you're a brand new agent, you can actually do this really well. This is a real opportunity. If you're an experienced agent, the opportunity is huge for you to get more and more referrals. So here's the opportunity. Your online reputation is on Google, it is on Zillow, it's on homes.com, it's on Realtor, it's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn. When I say don't put all your eggs in the Zillow basket, I mean diversify your reviews on all 6 of these platforms. These are all the different places you can get reviews. But I would put a lot of focus on Google as long as you don't have the COVID restriction. Social media, also important to get reviews on Facebook, important to be on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We have Googled over 15, I think we're at 16,000 now, 16,000 agents we've Googled. And we run a score to let you know how you're doing online. And we test 180 data points. Just like Credit Karma gives you a credit score, RealGrader gives you your grade of your online reputation. So here's your first opportunity. If you want to know how you stand, I'm going to put the link. Getyourfreegrade.com is our version of how you're doing online. And we provide this for free. So getyourfreegrade.com. I put the link in there. If you click on that, it takes a second. You just put in your name, your company name, your city, your state, your phone number, your email address, and we send you a report on all the different A profiles on how you're doing. And we give you recommendations for free, and we can schedule a call with you for free. If this is something that you want to just schedule a call with us, I'm going to put the link in there. It's realgrader.com, and we provide a free 15-minute consultation if you want to know how you're doing online. Now, here's the deal. The average grade across the real estate industry is a 30 out of 100. This is data we have based on 16,000 agents. What are the biggest mistakes that we see? And this comes to Google Business, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Homes.com, Realtor, Zillow. Inconsistent and social media, lack of branding, broken links and outdated information, inappropriate and negative content. Whoops, sorry about that. Missing profiles. You're not on Google Business. You're not going to get found. You have to be on Google Business. The data is not synchronized. You miss opportunities on social media. There's no presence online, no credibility. Business deals will be lost. So, I mean, do you start to see the importance? How many people are seeing how important it is to have their Google Business page, right? And start to get some reviews on there and really have a solid online reputation. So when people check you out online, they feel confident. Jamie says, absolutely. Awesome.
Right, I know what you're doing.
So we know, I mean, I've been in this business long enough to know that my mom is not the only person that needed help in the real estate industry. Vaughn says it's imperative. 48% of realtors said keeping up with technology is their biggest challenge. So we actually made it our mission statement that we provide stress-free technology and we expand your digital footprint so you can focus on the business of real estate. I totally get that you have a lot on your plate, so you don't have time. It's complex, it's frustrating. Somebody says, what about Twitter? Twitter is like number 10 to me. It's not in the top 8 profiles for a realtor. It's something that you can have, but it's not something that a lot of people figured out how to leverage yet. So you got enough on your plate. Here's the 8 that I want to talk about. And Yelp, I would say, is like number 9. So we don't do Yelp optimization just because the top 8 are more important. But Instagram TV, Facebook, Google, YouTube, LinkedIn, Homes.com, Realtor, and Zillow. These are the 8 sites plus Instagram TV, which is something that you can all be on for free. And then comes Yelp, and then comes Twitter, and then comes TikTok. These are all other platforms that you can be on. But when we're talking about the foundation, we're talking about these 8 sites. Maria says, what a wealth of info. Thank you, Maria. These are the most important 8 sites that you want to be on, okay? And here's the beauty thing, and I help so many realtors that I love this service that we do. We do it for you. If you just want to get this off your plate and you want your Google business set up properly, and you want your Facebook business set up properly, and you want it hooked up with your Instagram business, and you want your LinkedIn profile optimized properly, and you want consistent branding across the board, and you want your Homes.com and your Realtor.com and your Zillow totally optimized and everything looking uniform with the same bio, same headshot, same consistency, everything is cross-linked. This is what we do. If you're the type of person that wants to do it yourself, I've got all the guidebooks in the world. Go to realgraderuniversity.com, download the guidebooks. If you're somebody that loves to do real estate and doesn't love to do everything else, this is your opportunity to delegate to a company that's done it over 3,500 times. We've literally optimized over 25,000 profiles on all of these sites. So here's the opportunity for you. We have a thing called the 8-site optimization. This is our most popular service. And what we do is we raise your grade. Wherever you are, we bring you in the high 90s and we show you how to get to 100. It takes a little bit from you, but most of the heavy lifting is on us. You get on a 90-minute call with us to give us all the information about who you are, and then we go in and do all the work. So all we require is 90 minutes of your time, and then you're done. And then we go do all the work, and now you've got that foundation set up. Michael, do you also get leads for us? These profiles generate leads for free. Okay, Realtor.com gave Olga 57 leads last year for free. 12,000 impressions on her Realtor.com profile. So some of these profiles give you leads for free. Other profiles like Facebook, you'll get leads if you put your time into it. Instagram, if you post on Instagram, I had a client get 2 deals out of Instagram. So yes, it can generate leads. I don't guarantee leads because it does require a little bit of playing on your part too. So let me walk you through what we actually offer here. It's an 8-site optimization. We set up your Google business. We do the verification. We do all the data checkpoints. We make sure everything is set up properly so you're showing up with your Google business page. Number 2, we set up your Facebook business page. We create the branded imagery. Everybody is unique, so everybody gets a unique look and feel. We set up your Instagram business. Very important. Here's a tip. You don't want an Instagram personal profile. You don't want an Instagram private profile. You want an Instagram business profile, and you want to connect it to your Facebook business page. Why? Then you get the data. Then you can run ads. If you have a personal page or a private profile, you are limiting yourself. You are limiting your growth on Instagram. Okay? Very important that you're scalable, ready to grow. LinkedIn, we set up the optimization on your LinkedIn for you. Your YouTube channel, we set that up for you and cross-link it. Your homes.com, we optimize for you. Your realtor.com, we completely optimize and we set up all the branding. Your Zillow profile, we set that up for you and optimize it. If you have team members, we can add your team members. Michael, do we run ads? We don't run ads. We have a third party that we refer to for running ads because they're actually better at running ads than we are. They're specific in that. We do social media posting as an add-on service, but we don't run ads. At the end of this entire process, you are optimized across all 8 sites. Like Albert said, I created my business page. It's not showing up when I search my name. There could be something amiss with the optimization. If we did that, Albert, definitely contact us. If you did it on your own, contact us so we can help you. But at the end of this package, you are completely certified. You have a complete digital presence. Why is this important? It's important because people are going to look you up. Now, what's the gap? Most of you don't know how to get there and you don't have the time to get there. That's why this is such a great opportunity for you. We become your partner. We help you cross the bridge. We get you the badge. We get you optimized. We take care of everything. People are asking me already, what's the price for this? It's very simple. The Google business is a $297 value. The Facebook business is a $297 value. Some people probably called you, tried to sell you these things. Instagram business is a $97 value. The YouTube channel is a $97 value. Each of these profiles would take you several hours to get set up. LinkedIn profile, $97 value. Homes.com profile, $97 value. Realtor.com profile is $97. And Zillow's $97. But we do a 90-minute one-on-one call with you. That's a $297 value. We're very patient. You can check out our reviews on Google. We stay with you. We hold your hand. We make sure it's customized approach, white glove approach, but we optimize you across the board. We also include the Instacard because after all is said and done, you need something that you can text message to your sphere that's got links to all of these great profiles because you're not just optimized on Google, but now you're optimized with your digital card. You can get reviews easily. Total value is $1,706. If you do this service, you can get ready to say, Google me, I rock. Our clients have high 90s and a lot of them have 100 as their score. So the total value is $1,706. If you go online, it's $965, but you're not even gonna pay that. If this is a service that you're interested in, at the end of the day, we're just here to save you time and your time is valuable. So it's a $750 service. One-time investment, no contract. We are literally optimizing your online presence for you. So if that's something you're interested in, just in the chat, put RG for Real Grader and put your phone number and I'll have one of my reps contact you. And I'll also put the link to our calendar so you can schedule a 15-minute call. And what people love about this service is really just that we do it for you. You know, you show up on a call, you give us your bio, you give us your headshot, we get access to all your profiles, and then you go back to work. Within 30 days, we have everything done for you. And it's, you know, one realtor said, it's like Christmas. I got all these gifts under the tree. Yeah, because you wake up one day and all your profiles are finally optimized and you look professional. And then we circle back and do another call with you to show you everything that we did. So I just put the link to the calendar, actually make it a clickable link. And I have Alex Ayub on the call with me as well. So he can take any of your appointments today if you want to get scheduled today. And John has a great question. Is there a monthly fee after the setup? So there's no required monthly fee after. If you choose to keep the digital card, it's $15 a month. But again, no contract, cancel anytime. It's a one-time setup fee for the optimization, then it's $15 a month for the digital card. If you need the digital card plus you need a little support, we have kind of like what we call the RG support package. It's like the Geek Squad for your computer. we're like the geek squad for your online profiles. So that's $40 a month. And then if you need social media posting, we have a waiting list right now for that, but we do have a package where we post your custom stuff on social media. So I see a bunch of people putting their phone number in there. Let me just answer some questions here. What sites do we optimize? It's Google Business, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. That's your Google and your social. Then we do your realtor.com, your Zillow, and your homes.com. If you have Street Easy, we do that as well. Who do you work with? You have a dedicated coach. Okay, these are experts that will stay with you through the whole process. So you have a dedicated expert that's walking you through everything, collecting all your information, and getting you optimized. We have a team of designers that creates your branding package, and then we implement all the profiles, and then we do it within 30 business days. If there's any complexities, it maximum goes to 60 business days, but we generally finish everybody in 2 to 4 weeks. You do have a say in the branding. This is not an automated process. We're very hands-on. We're very custom tailored approach. No two realtors will look the same. The digital business card is optional. You can have that for $15 a month. We don't post on social media for you unless you sign up for the program called Done For You. And Done For You is where we grow your followers and we post for you. We post your listings, we post your sold, we post your testimonials, we post your branded material. If you're interested in that, when you talk to a rep about getting set up, just mention that. Yep, I already said it'll be recorded. The digital business card is also a website, so you're kind of getting a website included. Is there a monthly fee? No, it's optional, $15 a month. What happens if I cancel? Here's the best part. This is all your stuff. If you cancel, you keep it. We don't take it away from you. We're not one of those companies like, oh, we made your Google business page, but you don't work with us. We're not going to shut it down. It's your Google business page. It's your LinkedIn profile. All we're doing is being the assistants, the team that helps you look optimized so you can stay focused on the business or real estate, and we can do what we do best, which is tech. We're the tech squad. Julia says, how much is the Done For You per month? That one is a $900 setup and $490 per month. It's really only for top producers, and we have about 60 top producers that we work with. How long does it take to complete all 8 sites? Within 30 days, generally speaking, we're able to complete all 8 sites. And we can get you on a call for your first 90-minute call. We have a calendar that once you sign up, we choose a time for you that works. But once you have that call, it's 30 days from then. Any other questions? Also, don't forget I'll put this here at the end here. So hello@realgrade. You can email us. What was that? So hello@realgrader.com. You can email us. If you didn't drop your phone number, you can email us and say, hey, can you send me that guide? And we'll send you the guidebook. If you want your grade and you didn't fill out the form, just say grade. If you want your digital card, say Instacard. If you want RG, say RG. If you want all of the above, say let's go. And you're ready to go. And I think that pretty much covers it. So if you did drop your phone number, expect a call from Alex or Mario or Caroline, and we'll get you scheduled and we'll get you set up. And Michael says, yeah, just email us, Michael, and we can provide you that third party for the ads. Can recommend the guy that we use. He's really great.
Alex, thank you so much. This has been wonderful. As usual, you're just a wealth of information. And I think I counted like a total of 110 people on the call. So, nice. I mean, that's just amazing. You're really, we can tell what people are really interested in. And especially with, the COVID and everybody being stuck at home, it's all, we have to depend more and more on digital marketing. So again, thank you. And this is being recorded, and I will be sending out the link later this afternoon to all those who registered.
Perfect. And somebody asked me, do we do this for other industries? We mostly focus on real estate, but we do offer other industries as well. Awesome. I'm glad we got such a high attendance. Yeah, this is an important topic.